Okay, let's talk about the Act again, the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act 2024. Okay, for me, this Act is new. Okay, new from from the perspective of both parties, either the regulator or the affected parties, right? So this Act, okay, this Comprehensive Act on Energy Efficiency is new to the regulator, Energy Commission. Okay, because the previous regulations on energy management was very brief and not so much requirement to comply. Okay, just a minimum requirement for compliance by the affected energy consumers. However, under the EECA 2024, there are more new requirements that are new to everyone, almost everyone, to Energy Commission and also to the affected energy consumers especially. So, generally I think most of us, don't really know what to expect when it comes to the enforcement. Okay, because this law has never been enforced yet. So, it's new to the regulator, in most cases new, to the energy consumers. So what we can do, to me, because both parties are new, the affected parties and also the regulator new to this. So what we can expect, for now, we try to understand, as energy consumer, even as energy managers or energy auditors, try to understand our very best the requirement and try to prepare as much as we can. That's all. Okay? Because we have never experienced such comprehensive law on energy efficiency yet. So what would I suggest? When asked by any party, we just look at all the documents, especially guidelines. I would say if you're an energy consumer, there are 4 guidelines that you must understand very well. First, guidelines on energy management system, and then guidelines on energy audit report, and guidelines on energy efficiency and conservation report. And these guidelines, are supposed to be well understood also by the registered energy manager, that to be appointed by the energy consumer, because the registered energy manager, there is one specific guidelines on function and duties of registered energy manager. So if you read these guidelines, touch all the 3 documents that I mentioned just now. So the role of the function and duties of the registered energy manager are also involved, or are also to ensure the energy consumer complying to these 3 documents. Energy management system, energy audit, and also energy efficiency and conservation report. The guidelines on function and duties of REM somehow covered these 3 documents. Mentioned in this section 3 in particular. Mentioned this document shall be referred by the state energy manager. So that's the best what we can do. So for me, if you are a registered energy manager, you must be very familiar with 4 documents. Guidelines on function duties and REMs, on how to perform the function duties of each element, in the section 3 in particular, and also how to execute, how to make sure the consumer complies on the guidelines on other 3 guidelines, especially energy management system. Because the registered energy manager, when you are appointed, you are the one, who will be responsible to ensure the energy consumer develop and implement energy management system according to the guidelines, and also to monitor the implementation of the energy management system according to the guidelines. That's the best thing we can do now. And so that's all. So because this is new to all, so we don't expect you will be fully prepared until the enforcement visit will start to take place. which expected somewhere in 2027, the earliest. Okay, so for me, as the third-party service provider, okay, even though I have received several requests, for me to become a registered energy manager type 2 external party, non-employee registered energy manager. But so far, I somehow so-called nicely say, hold on. For me, what now energy consumers supposed to do now, if they are affected by the act, okay, they can do a lot of things from now. Okay, in fact, from the start of the 1st January 2025, okay, and after that, the Energy Commission published all these guidelines. Okay, there are a lot of things can be done now. Okay, of course, first, identify your potential registered energy manager. If you have one, make sure he will be the one responsible for complying, okay, to ensure compliance. And also, you can start to develop your energy management system now. Okay, because the guideline is out there. And also, you can start to look who will be your potential registered energy auditor, who will conduct the energy audit as required under the Act. That's all. You can start now. In fact, if you start managing your energy now through energy management system, that will benefit you from now. Because energy management system will take times to develop, implement, and get everyone familiar. Because it cannot be done only by one person, even the registered energy manager. Okay, the development implementation of the energy management system require a lot of involvement from many parties, okay, driven by the energy management committee that need to be formed. Okay, so that's from the consumer sides. Okay, but for me, I can see now even Energy Commission is started to send their officers for training. Okay, to learn about energy management system, because I saw them came to some of my training program under, for example, under the SEDA Malaysia. Energy management training. So for me, okay, there are a lot of things can be done now. Okay, so because this is new act, you can't get anyone. Okay, you cannot get anyone who can tell you exactly what to do, how to comply. Exactly, I don't. Okay, I can't even. Okay, so what I need to do our best. Okay, there are documents to refer to comply, and then do your best, and then see, by the time come from the enforcement, okay, at least we have something we can show according to these guidelines. Okay, that's basically my sharing, because this act is new. I would say the first comprehensive law in Malaysia governing the demand side of the energy industry. Because we have many laws before, but mostly focusing on the supply side, okay, of the industry. Now we have the first law in Malaysia that is governing comprehensively on how these large energy consumers, okay, managing the energy. This act basically, ECA 24, targeting mainly the large energy consumers. Okay, not many of them. Okay, to my knowledge, not from the authority. To my knowledge, okay, consumers that consume more than 21,600 gigajoule per year, they are not many. Okay, they are not many. Okay, it's about maybe between 2,500 to 3,000. Not many. Okay, 2,500 or to 3,000. But they are consuming, to my knowledge, okay, over about 70% of total energy in Peninsula Malaysia and Labuan. So this law is targeting. So because their impact to the energy sector is big, and the impact to the greenhouse gas emission also very big. Okay, GHG emission. Remember, the ultimate goals of the act not only about cost, it's also to meet the net zero target by 2050. Therefore, the main target, the biggest contributor of the greenhouse gases is the energy sector in Malaysia, 80%. So that's why we are targeting these large energy consumers. Okay, so do your best to prepare, and then we'll see. Okay, while preparing and implementing, the law will benefit you if you follow all these guidelines. So, all the best.